Peace. What it is, Sun and Sag, Moon and Leo, that fire. Hold on. Yeah, Moon and Leo's that fire energy. I watched the video last night, and this has already been talked about or whatever. I mean, it's already been pretty viral, if you will. But I always get to shit late. I kind of let society have its opinion, and then I go form my own afterwards. You know what I'm saying? Hindsight is 2020. So why form an opinion early if you don't have to? But anyway, Jim Carey, the brother Cujo, on Candyland Moore's YouTube channel, he uploaded a video of Jim Carey, and Jim Carey is coming out talking about the Illuminati and all this and all that, and I mean, the conspiracy theory world or whatever kind of went crazy when he was saying, because he's saying some real ass shit. But I'm finna try to explain to you. I'm finna give you something in which you can utilize in a lot of stuff, in your studies, but really in life in general. All right, and that is what I like to call the 70-30 rule. Now I learned this from a brother named the 13th Son on Twitter. He's the first person I ever heard say this. You know what I'm saying? He said, anytime you read anything, expect 70% to be fact and 30% to be opinion or lies, right? So anytime I read anything, you know what I'm saying, I'm always applying that principle. What I learned was that can go both ways, in the sense that what I'm finding, and we speak in general, obviously you're not gonna go through a book and count every fact and count every opinion and then get the percentage, right? So we saying 70-30 is kind of like a general rule. They're gonna give you a lot of facts and then give you their opinion of the facts to try to sway you into a particular mind state. Now, another way they would do this is the 30-70 rule, where they would give you 30% facts and 70% opinion. You get a lot of that shit from Europeans, you so-called white folks, because everybody has an agenda in anything they say or write or do. Period. You know what I'm saying? Even if you open-hearted and you just want to share information, you still got an agenda. So you have to always be mindful of bias. All right. Now say all that to say this: Jim Carey, what he is doing is putting the truth in front of you in plain sight. Anybody that anybody that watched the Illuminati or know, they schemes or have whatever. They have like grandmasters of lodges and blah, blah, blah. Jim Carey is one of them. All right? The point of all of this is to tell you the truth, right? So when they do it to you, you ain't got no excuses. They'll say, we told you. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to do nothing about it, that's your fault. That's how they look at it. Even if they'll tell you through a comedian, because you'll dismiss it because it's Jim Carey, the pet detective. He's a fucking moron, as much as it's like, as far as we know. But if you go back and watch any of his fucking movies, he been on some shit since day one. I mean, the pet detective is stupid in the bitch, but I remember Bobby Hemmett talked about When Nature Calls, the second pet detective, and they was trying to get the bat, and the bat is a symbol of melanin, and they was also showing how they was murdering indigenous tribes, and they was showing it through the movie. And Jim Carrey do that shit through a lot of his movies, like the Number 23. Like anybody that knows, they Illuminati shit, they number 322 and all that old shit. That's they little skull and bones, secret messages, blah, blah, blah. That's what they do, man. Like, that's what it is. All Freemasonry is hidden knowledge. That's all it is. It's just knowledge that isn't taught to the masses, and it's knowledge that you can use in their everyday life, like astrology, like goddamn, like, so, you know what I'm saying? Like, get out of the, you know, devil worshiping and sacrifice and, you know, get out of all that other shit and just think secrets. These motherfuckers keep secrets, and then they tell you that they got the secrets. That way, you know, it's really your bad if you ain't trying to go find a secrets out, especially in this day and age, because these phones, you know, you can get a fucking Freemason handbook PDF for free off Google, damn near. Probably. I ain't never tried, but I'm sure you can. And if you can't, you can go buy that shit. I got a Freemason Bible I bought from fucking Half Price Books for 20 bucks. I think it was $10. So, I mean, like, none of this shit is, I mean, obviously it's levels that you can't get just, you know, with ease. But you can get it. You can get it. Them motherfuckers ain't, I mean, they not nothing special, man. Just people who study. Like, that's it. That's it. So, what Jim Carey is doing is telling y'all the truth. And they're putting it right in your face. And they doing this because it's coming down to the point where you're going to have to choose. You're going to pick, you know what I'm saying? You're either going to be this or that. You can't be a black person and be free. You can't be a white person, you know, unless you're technically a free white person, which that is not a Caucasian. All right? You know what I'm saying? So we talking law and status. So what I'm saying is you're going to have to pick. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to be either a U.S. citizen or an American national. You know what I'm saying? Or a national of your respective country, your respective nation. And for you so-called black folks, you ain't got nowhere to go. Africa is not claiming that ass. You know what I mean? Unless you know one of your great-great-greats that, and you know what country in Africa they came from, then, nigga, you an American. And, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to be a United States citizen because that's a slave, essentially. A work whore. That's what you do. That's what it is. So, they putting it in your face, and Jim Carey is like, you know, it's like one of the last straws type shit, because he's just telling you straight up. It's like no more secrets. It's just straight in your face, and you have to pick and choose. So, you know, don't be afraid of that shit. Like, anybody who's just now getting into this, I mean, do they devil worship and all that? You know, there's something to that. But, you know, don't let that shit scare you, though. Like, if they devil worship, then that means it's a God. And that mean, and, you know, all you got to do is study, you know. God made the devil. So if you're on God's side, the devil can't fuck with you, basically. And we talking real simple, simplistic terms. So, you know, go see what Jim Carey talking about, because they put it in your face. So use the 70-30 rule. With anything that you read, understand it's always in a, you know how to people opinion. You know, in my opinion, you know, some say, some people think, we believe, shit like that. You know, that's opinion. You know, they'll tell you all day that the Aboriginal people were dark skinned, but then tell you that we believe that they were Caucasian. And they'll say that to you and won't be lying, because the original Caucasians was dark skinned. But you don't understand, you know, etymology, and you don't think that's important. So you see Caucasian and think white people. You hear white people and think pale skinned people. You see how fucked up the world is? It's just fucked up with just language and words. And that's all Freemasonry is. It's the true knowledge of the world and how it works. And they use that against people who are ignorant. You know? So just stop being ignorant. You know, let's start studying and figure this shit out so these whole ass people can stop trying to laugh at us in our face. You know, fuck Jim Carey. He making these jokes and shit. He know that shit's real, and he doing it in your face, and he's laughing. You know, fuck him, and fuck all the rest of them. Peace.